everyone, and welcome back to our homestead. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about preparedness. If you have turned on the TV, you know that people are buying up toilet paper and cleaning supplies and soaps, and they're just cleaning shelves of all these things. Well, I'm going to tell you today if we're preppers and what we have done to get ourselves ready for a pandemic that might be or might not. We'll tell you about that next. Before we get started, hit the subscribe button, give our video a thumbs up, and comment below. We love hearing from all of you. Alright, so let's talk about this preparedness. How prepared are we for whatever may come? Is it going to be a 14-day quarantine? Is it going to be like stores are sold out of stuff? What's going to happen? Well, one thing with homesteading is that even with like a snowstorm or things like that, or power outages, we're not looking for a ton of, we're not going to the store and buying up everything on the shelves. One thing I want to talk to you about is food. And you can see right here, this is one of our Australorp chickens. And you can see she's not a small bird. She is about 6.5 pounds. Okay, she's a dual purpose breed. She is a heavy breeded bird. So she lays us eggs, but if we needed meat, we could have this chicken for meat, okay? Let me put her down so she can do her chicken thing. So part of homesteading has to do with, it's kind of like preparedness. We have a yard full of chickens. We have in our flock right now about 31 chickens. That includes 2 roosters. And so we always have a supply of eggs. We have meat birds. Should we need...
brown birds.
We do have some brown chickens. We have a good variety of egg layers in our flock so that we can kind of have some layers that are really good year round. We have some that are really good in warmer weather, some that are good in colder weather. So this will provide us with a continuous flow of, don't chase the chickens, don't chase them. This will give us a continuous flow of eggs, and we also know how to slaughter birds. We have done our own chickens, so if we needed meat from a bird, we could get a bird out of our flock. These are some heavy these are a heavy breed, a dual purpose bird. We could slaughter a chicken and have meat on our table that night if we had to. Now another thing is that by homesteading we have got a freezer full of meats. So we have processed calves from our cow in the past. So we have beef, we have deer that have been hunted, we have pigs from where we raised, we have pork from where we raised pigs in the past. We have meat in our freezer now, so we are prepared from a food sense of having meat. Now from having a garden, last year even, we still have some things in the freezer. I didn't do a ton of canning last year, but tomato sauces and things like that, because it is towards the end of winter, we've actually used most of those up. But you see this beautiful greenhouse? I'm growing food already. I already have tomatoes sprouting. We already have lettuce. We planted a raised bed the other day with lettuce and radishes and carrots. These are all things that we can eat, that we can use here on our homestead if we were to be stuck here for 14 days and had to be quarantined. You know, it's not, there are things that I talk about, the toilet paper and the soap. Okay. We make our own hand soap. I have made our own soap, and I probably have a year's supply of soap right now in my house, just of what I have made off of milk from goats and milk from our cow here on our homestead. I've made soaps. So I have those things already stored up, and seriously, I probably have a year's supply or more just from what I've made for us. Things like toilet paper. When I buy toilet paper, I don't just buy one thing of toilet paper. I kind of keep big packs of toilet paper all the time. So I'm not going out and buying that necessarily. It's just something we already have in stock here at our house. And the other thing is that I buy things like sugar, flour, dried beans, and I buy those in bulk. So I already have like 5-gallon buckets that you can put sealing lids on the top so that you can keep these things in storage over long periods of time. So I already have sugar, I have flour, we have beans, we have rice. There are things that I can cook a meal if I had to feed our family. Now our meals might have to get really creative, but there's food around. that I can prepare. And then I think about the cow that we keep. You know, that is our milk supply. I can use the cream and we can make butter. I can make yogurt from her milk. I can make ice cream if we want a treat. You know, we have a sustainable source of meat by having her and having a calf. Our plan is not to butcher that calf. We are planning to keep her, but if something happened and we really needed meat and we ran out of what was in our freezer and we had eaten up the chickens that we have in our yard, we still have a calf over there that we could process if we needed to. Now the other thing is with having roosters, we have 2 roosters here within our flocks, is that I can have new chicks. We've got baby chicks in the basement right now. So we will have a steady supply of egg layers or meat birds should we need them. So I don't want you to think about preppers in the sense of I don't have a year's worth of things stored up. But if we needed meat, if we needed food, our family would be okay for an extended period of time just because of the animals we keep on our property and the animals that we have processed and have that food in our freezer. Now, with water and being, we are on the power line. So, you know, if you talk about something with like the power system, that's a little bit different for us. One of our goals is to get off grid eventually, but we're not there yet. We do have a Berkey water filter also, so we could essentially get water from wherever we needed, filter it through that, and we'd have drinking water. I'm not saying do not be thinking about this coronavirus or any other flu or any other viruses. You know, I think it's worth paying attention to, but I also don't think we need to be storming the store shelves and raiding stores of everything. Another thing is keeping your health up. So don't eat processed sugars. Keep your body and your gut health really healthy. We do kombucha and we do fermented foods, and we try to eat lots of, we buy all organic when we go to the store for produce and things. So keeping your body healthy, keeping healthy foods in your diet is going to make your body better able to fight off viruses and bacteria. We also keep a really good supply of honey and garlic, which is a natural, it can be taken as like an antibiotic. It has antibacterial and antiviral properties in it. It's antifungal. You know, you have your good things from honey and the garlic combined. I have that. We've taken that before if kids have had sore throats or a cough. We take elderberry all the time. There are just so many natural things that homesteading, and even if you don't have a homestead, there are things like with the elderberry and garlic honey that you can do to make yourself more prepared for a pandemic or an outbreak of a sickness that will keep your family well and that will hopefully allow you to sleep better at night knowing that you are prepared. Now, I'm not a doctor, so do your own research on things like this, but just know that if you start small, you can grow lettuce on your back porch. You can grow tomatoes in a pot on your deck. You don't have to have a big expansive garden in order to start providing some sort of food for your family. There are even places in the city that allow you to keep a few chickens so you can have an egg supply. So start thinking about some of that. I know when you talk about homesteading, sometimes people think we've completely lost our minds. But I will tell you, in times like this where you see the world panicking over food and toilet paper and soap, I feel like we are pretty comfortable here on our homestead. We have been very blessed with the skills we have acquired over the years on...
There's not a black one I can get for you. Yes.
I know how to... I have a chicken laying an egg right now. We've been very blessed. I know how to make bread. There are just lots of skills that we have put our focus on and we have paid attention to, so that we are able to provide for our family should we need to be quarantined for 14 days or should the store be out of everything we go to shop for. So that's about all I have. I want everyone to stay safe. Don't take this as don't pay any attention to the news, but just keep your eye on things, keep yourself safe, wash your hands, and I hope all of you have a great day. So we'll see you next time right here on our homestead. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Bye.